the importance of the Prime Day, I mean, has been significantly different in different years, but I mean, it's still something. It's still like a day where that Amazon is like promoting pretty aggressively. So actions to take before, during, and after Prime Day, and advertising tips. So one thing is the listings. There's a bunch of things that you can actually do in the listings. So to actually boost this engagement with deals just before Prime Day. And like I mentioned that, if you want to get these deals, then, okay, I mean, the time to submit is already next month, so you cannot really play around with the price anymore, because there's these limitations, what kind of discounts you have to give, and so on. So that's kind of a bummer if you missed out on it and you have a too low of price to actually give it a discount. But anyway, that's when you then just need to come out with it's basically, this isn't that, okay, you're required to give a pretty hefty discount, so are you willing to take a loss for it? So let's say that you're not going to be making any profit with this. So is there any point anymore? Maybe not, or maybe there is, if you think about sales, or you have some excessive inventory or whatever that you just want to get rid of, or you just want to get more visibility and just more kind of like ranking juice to your listing. So having different kinds of creatives can really help boost engagement with the products. And the stuff, this is the same stuff that you would do normally to your product listing. So there's different things to optimize: the product detail page, title, images, but you can just make something that is basically adding some kind of timing in terms of the Prime Day. So you can list at least 3 key points about the product and along with its specification. And actually, one thing is that that Amazon has done these limitations for these images nowadays, because and it's good, because it's annoying that you used to see this, that people added these images that said that, hey, this is special Prime Day or whatever deal. Obviously that's not gonna necessarily lead to a good customer experience. So it's just it's evident that Amazon just pretty much banned it, right? But thing is that there are this is like basic stuff we need to just make sure that the product listings are being really well optimized, that we have stock availability like before and during the event, like we just discussed last time, is that if you actually have a period where you run out of stock, then the deal can actually get canceled, it can get suppressed. So which means that you're not going to be having that deal. And if it gets like that and you don't fix it, then it's going to get canceled, and there's really nothing you can do. You missed the deadline anyways, and so on, right? Then important things is to understand these different ad policies. So pay attention to what kind of creative you can do there, and the ad content itself must be really accurate and not misleading. And that's why because you used to see these things that, okay, there is this kind of special campaign or discount or half off or whatever. It's actually good that you don't see that much anymore, because it's actually just easier to play the game when everyone is actually playing along the rules, right? So follow community guidelines and just the terms of service. So you can see here that in these areas, I mean, the Prime Day mentions are not really permitted. Prime Day checklist, static ads, present visible logo, sure, shoppers can immediately tell what's being advertised. And actually that's the key thing for no matter what kind of marketing or advertising or in terms of like general about our product listings, because if people don't understand like just by taking a look for 5 seconds to our product listing, that why our offer it is what it actually is and why it's actually better than all the competitors, then I mean then we really don't have an X factor. I mean, even if the product actually might have, but if you're not capable of demonstrating it in practice, then it might as well be that we don't even have it. Because if we cannot showcase it, then in the online world is the same as actually not even having it, right? So same thing in advertising. Customer or the prospects need to immediately understand, hey, what is this? What's going on? So what's being advertised here? So simple, concise, creative features, product details, optimized and so on. Then different kind of video ads. Brand is introduced early on, but I mean those basically have their whole set of guidelines. Prices, savings, displays, master format, landing page, product type and version in the ad mats, what's on the landing page. And Prime Day is only mentioned in offsite ads linking to Amazon. So that's what it means, that they don't want the ads themselves actually be kind of like promoting, or not really promoting, but making it so that this is amazing special kind of Prime Day deal. Yeah, so another thing is that, well, I mean, this is kind of like the common IP stuff. So you cannot use the Prime logo, and you need to understand the audience and placement restrictions for these restricted products. And yeah, I mean, grammatically correct and doesn't mention price or the deal itself. So what do we actually need to do when the deal is going on, or not just the deal, but the whole Prime Day is going on? So one thing always, I mean, when you think about the product images, main images, I mean, if you consider that, if you ask yourself that, if you're asking that, okay, are my images good? Is my main image really good enough? Then the one thing always, one like easy measure for that is like click-through rate. So based on like how many people actually see it, how many actually click your listing. That's like very simple definition of that. Is our image really good enough? Is our like thumbnail, is it really good enough in order to catch attention and differentiate from others, right? But same thing, high quality, larger product images, simplicity, single product, create these product snapshot instead of lifestyle imagery. So the point is that it needs to be clear to understand that what the product actually is, and this 100% depends on the product in question, because and the audience, because let's say you're selling some kind of really niche product, then I mean, do others who are not who have zero interest in the product, I mean, are you speaking to them? Absolutely not. You should only speak pretty much to your target audience. And we actually just had an interesting discussion with one student, and the situation was that they are getting like traffic, wrong kind of traffic to their listing that is killing their like conversion rate and really like plummeting their reads. So it is having like negative impact on the product listing. I mean, sometimes you might think that, hey, but isn't it good that you're getting like tons of eyeballs to your product? Well, no, I mean, if it's a wrong kind of audience, then they are not going to buy. Then like it's just going to have a negative impact on the success if you're getting this wrong kind of audience. So the action step for that in that kind of scenario was that, okay, how can you make sure that these people, this wrong audience, is not coming to the listing? And sometimes, I mean, it might not be so obvious. And in these kind of cases, you have to know the product. I mean, you have to understand the needs. You have to understand that what is this audience looking for and why are they coming to your product listing? So in that case, the solution was to demonstrate in the main image already like things that they are not looking for in order to like basically tell them to stop coming to this product listing. We don't want you, just don't come here because this is not the product for you. It was kind of a complicated case in that sense because there's a bunch of actually a lot of limitations also in terms of keywords and so on. But if you're selling some kind of like restricted product and which has to play around these rules, then you really have to go deep in the niche in the product to understand that how can you like demonstrate key things, key features in the product or the images that you know that speaks to your audience, resonates with your audience, and is kind of like pushing those wrong kind of audience away. But this is not really often. This is probably not the case for most sellers. So this was kind of like a exceptional situation. But you know, it's good to keep in mind that you know you're speaking. Like if you are trying to sell to everyone, you are pretty much trying to sell to nobody. So it's super important that you get specific, you narrow down the focus, and you only are trying to resonate with your target audience who are looking for this product and looking to buy, right? So yeah, okay. And of course, like what can you do to optimize the click-through rate? I mean, the answer is always the same. It 100% depends on the product, and what actually works for some things for one product might not necessarily work for another product, which comes back down to like number one skill that is in marketing is and also like in terms of selling on Amazon is like experimentation, doing different kind of like measurable experiments that, hey, do these things. I mean, is the impact better or worse? No, it's not better. So then you do another kind of experiment, another kind of experiment, and another kind of experiment, because that's really the way to cover as much ground in order to like being able to go deeper with your product. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Yeah, brand recognition. Okay, yeah, sure, why not? Then promoting top deals through e-commerce ads. Well, I mean, that's an option to do like this kind of multi-product optimization and auto-stock awareness and responsive auto resize, and then having this kind of conversion focus targeting. Then you can basically use these feature deals widgets for promotional messaging. But again, I mean, there are certain rules, certain guidelines that needs to be followed, like approved phrases seem to be like explore the savings discounts or great savings discounts, CR savings discount, brand name or product name savings and discounts. But one thing to keep in mind is that there are rules, and what Amazon doesn't like is kind of like over the top advertising, or just kind of like misleading in any way, or the kind of impression that I mean, this is just not misleading, but you know, this is just too much, right? And one thing is this urgency, inducing phrases, numerical pricing references, Amazon deals, or these Prime Day mentions. And definitely these characters like excessive exclamation points and so on. So, I mean, we can see that what is not allowed. Today only, hurry, or other additions intended to really create this urgency or promote a limited time restriction. Or then 20% off, say $10, references to Amazon deals or Prime Day. Exclamation points unless they're really part of their brand name. So it has to be pretty tame. I mean, these, or really kind of mild expressions that are allowed. Explore the savings and so on. Okay, so layout. What kind of store layout actually makes sense? I mean, store page title must imply promotion without using the Prime Day, including these featured deals, which as the first product title. So on top, text banner in the middle, product grid at the bottom, and then use this curated set of products mode for featured deals. So separate deal widget section with a banner, avoid using the word offer. And you know, it's funny, like whenever there's any kind of promotional day, Prime Day, Black Friday, holidays, whatever, winter deals. I mean, Amazon executives, advertising executives always send this, always want to have a call with you, and usually their advice is, just spend more on PPC. Sometimes it makes sense, but often it doesn't. So whatever advice they give you just need to take it with a grain of salt. So optimize these budgets and top of results placements for Prime Day, manage spending to avoid depleting inventory at discounted rates, maximize Prime Day benefits by optimizing these listings and photos. And then utilize the budget rules feature to ensure effective campaigns continue running. So, okay, when Prime Day is over, what should you do? Well, there are still different kinds of marketing basically remarketing activities, which means remarket the featured products. So continue engaging with potential customers post Prime Day by remarketing products they browsed or viewed during the event but didn't purchase. And it's actually good thing that there's like more of these options. Just a sec. Yeah, I will mute you. So it's good that there's actually more these kind of options where you can do this kind of like remarketing inside of Amazon. So you just set up this sponsored display ads and just select this targeting option in use remarketing. So I mean, like it says to reach relevant audience who either view, purchased, or are browsing products matching the criteria that you choose. So there's something. I mean, some of the criteria that you can match here, it's a bit limited, but at least there's something that we can actually do in order to do this. Then expanding this audience reach out both to existing and new customers on Amazon by promoting complementary products. Then lifestyle product promotion. You can engage with new and existing customers by promoting complementary products through additional post-event campaigns. And what can you actually do to kind of like review the performance of the day? I mean, how it went and so on. So you can analyze the sales data to identify these top selling products and gain insights into audience engagement for future events. So what are actually the most common blockers for in terms of these creatives to use? Price mismatch, which means that there's a difference on the advertised price versus the actual landing page. So like we can see here this example, okay, say 20%, but then the actual is like 17%. So this has to be consistent. I mean, this is common sense, right? Like if you are saying everyone, hey, everything is 20% off today, or this product is 20% off, then I mean, it's just common sense that then it actually is. So you're not doing any kind of like unethical advertising, and your message actually is ethical in that sense. So another thing is that if there's discrepancy in the product itself, again, this is pretty common sense, but point is that you're actually displaying a different product or version or image than the landing page. And sure, I mean, it might happen when you have a lot of products, and team kind of can, like if are setting like tens of these different campaigns, then sure, it might happen that you actually add the wrong product there, or if there's some kind of miscommunication with the graphic designer or whoever is doing it. But yeah, but anyone, whether it's you or your team members submitting these has to make sure that that it's consistent. Again, I mean, this is pretty common sense, right? But point is that everything has to align. And then, yeah, I mean, Prime Day messaging, offsite Amazon and DSP ads do allow this Prime Day messaging only with an official Prime Day deal linking to Amazon without the Prime Day logo. So that means that it actually has to be on these deals, meaning that if your product listing is not on the deals, you cannot really call it as a Prime Day deal. So that's just the compliance rules that there are in terms of this area. Okay, let's see other prohibited or blockers. So one thing is this restricted product violations. So advertised product has restrictions on audience and placement not followed. So I mean, there's guidelines and requirements for this. And funny thing is that it actually depends on it's market specific, it's country specific. So we can see that, for example, chewing gum is not allowed in Singapore. Well, I mean, in Singapore, if you can get fined for like spitting chewing gum on the street, so it makes sense that they are much more restrict regarding it. But other things that are there, well, basically you need to be aware of the market that you're using it. So if this is a US, then I mean it's different than it's from UK or or Singapore, for example. So there's different kind of limitations in different countries. Yeah. Okay, restricted product violation. Like we mentioned, this it must be grammatically correct and no like these price or deal references. So we can see here that it's basically grammar errors, or then mentioning these deals and so on. So it's pretty straightforward in that sense that, okay, they don't want that you kind of go overboard with these deals, meaning that, it feels just exaggerating that, this is huge discount or whatever, or they don't want either like that there's grammatically incorrect things as well. So it's kind of like common sense there as well. Then coupons. So what are these brand tailored coupons? I mean, it's a type of coupon that allows you to offer targeted discounts to specific audience. You can just offer either like percentage off or flat rate discounts, and you can target a subset of the products with these discounts. So who can you target? Well, I mean, up to you. I mean, repeat customers, for example, just rewarding loyal customers with exclusive discounts. And, that's the thing why it's so important to, build your audience, build your followers, build your not just customer list, but your lead list as well. So, I mean, build a list where you have the not just email, but I mean, you have their like full name, and you have their like phone number, you have the pixels, and you have their like plenty of opportunities, plenty of like communication channels, meaning that you would be able to message your leads in Instagram or in different like social media channels. So then you can reward this loyal customer with these exclusive discounts, encourage repeat purchases from customers who have recently made a purchase, and then brand cart abandons. So reconnect with customers who have abandoned the carts and entice them to complete the purchases. And then high spend customers, so the appreciation to most valuable customers with special offers. And by the way, like once when you have your list, I mean, nowadays there's coming so cool stuff in terms of what AI can do for you, and what kind of like pretty cool like workflows you can set up in terms of your funnels, meaning that when your user does some kind of like action, you can you can do different kind of like segmentation, and you can actually have like AI calling them, AI texting them, and so in that way you can give much more like customized experience with your brand instead of like what used to require, or what has basically so far required having this manual labor that you just have, VAs or customer service teams that is, chatting with your leads, and then, trying to serve them. Nowadays, it's just possible to set up different kinds of AIs for that. And I'm sure, I mean, chatbots have been around for a long time, but I mean, is that really a good customer experience? I mean, talking with a chatbot? No, it's not. And it's just super clunky, and, it's basically like going menu from one place to another. So this age, we are getting these different AI tools, and it basically takes everything to a whole new level. At the end, and then additional audiences, but this is only for US. So brand followers, reach out to customers who have expressed interest in the brand. Top tier customers, rewarding the most valuable customers, and promising customers, target customers who are likely to become loyal customers, or at the risk of churning, or attracting new customers with special offers. Benefits of brand tailored coupons. I mean, obviously engagement, boosting sales, improving the retention, and then driving brand awareness. But I mean, would you actually pay for getting exposure for your brand, for your own tiny brand? I mean, we are not Coca-Cola, we are not like Virgin or whatever, who are at the luxury of spending millions and billions just for the brand exposure. So in a lot of times, we are too small to even, be so that it would be worth our time, worth our money to actually spend anything for just brand awareness. So that's not something, because if you just do it on a small scale, it's not going to have a big impact on your cash flow. And I mean, maybe you guys have already also received this, a lot of times, different PR firms are looking at popular listings on Amazon, and then reaching out to you and promising different kind of things. And sometimes they try to use this sales point of that, hey, I mean, you're getting brand exposure, but when they are doing different kinds of features in the press, but brand exposure itself, I mean, it's not going to impact your bottom line pretty much at all. So instead, I mean, never go never fall for it in that sense, because if you are buying any kind of promotional campaign, and by the way, I have bought a lot of these. So the thing how to make it successful is to really have this kind of measurable, specific outcome, so that you are able to see that, okay, the money that you spend, I mean, did it actually have any kind of impact or not? Because the worst thing is that you're spending thousands on working with some kind of PR firm, but you have no idea, is it impacting your sales or not? So there's actually many ways how to do that, but okay, fine, if it's just a new product that you're launching, then it could actually make sense that you're just increasing the reach, or then if you are doing specifically holiday campaigns and so on. Anyways, so we got a bit sidetracked here, but coupons, I mean, you must be a brand owner and have at least 5,000 customers in their respective audience, and the standard coupon redemption fee still apply.